Yeah, we needed a hot take. I've given it to you. Ismo's 16 years old and honestly showing unbelievable amounts of potential. So I feel like she's got the capacity to do it. Never mind. I'll tell you what, I was going to go on another tangent, but I don't have to because fortunately, guys, we are here. ESL Impact Season 5 kickstarts right here, right now. Vertigo, the pick of fearless cheaters, and it sees them start on the CT side.
VQ already taking a fast peek with the P250. 3 players here on the CT side. Vilga's got a HE ready to throw on over if there is contact. They're really expecting this B hit, but Navi are very spread out early. They're actually just holding across the map for any aggression.
They're taking their time. I feel like what they were hoping for is for an early fight at B to free up Angelka to have mid-spacing. Instead, the entire roster are going to reset under A. They're going to take the contact over here. But Angelka's purpose will remain the same. As soon as contact is felt, the rotation should come over from Fearless Cheaters. And then suddenly, she's a late lurk.
Shot smoke going over for the left side. Then they can accelerate through. It will certainly have to be a retake setup immediately. They start to come on over, but there's no denial utility. That HE has already been thrown. Smoke to enable the CTs to come forward. Victoria setting that one up. There's flashbangs as well to go on over if they want to pop through. Shu is ready for it. And there comes the flashes, straight onto the retake, over the top, finding no one in towards short. Krasty gets the opening kill. Shu walking on forward, finds her. This retake is going swimmingly. They've taken full control. Angelka's lurk is dealt with. LETi is sitting in the smoke, and it's the full 10 seconds. She doesn't realize they're still on it. She's walked through, but they're just going to defuse right in front of her. Oh, just at the last second. LETi finds the kill, but Victoria had already defused the bomb.
She was so confused of where she was, and to be honest, so was I. We could see her on the screen. I'm looking at the minimap thinking, when's this Angelka flank going to come in? We pointed towards it, but unfortunately, NAVI Javelins, they just couldn't survive long enough on the site. Great retake from Fearless Cheaters, and it's so good because it's a togetherness. Everyone's on the same page. You throw one smoke, you throw the flash, everyone swarms at different elevations, up on headshot, towards the top of default. And NAVI Javelins just get completely overwhelmed because they've not got everyone on that site in the first place. It's unfortunate for LETi, but it's a great start for the Cheetahs.
I also, it was Victoria defusing, but I think Krasty actually had a kit the whole time. So that was the one little thing I can fault Fearless Cheaters for on that one. It's the waterfall smoke. You'll see that one thrown quite a lot on the A side of Vertigo because it just perfectly cuts off mid-ramp. So that's going to funnel them up towards Taddy. She's ready for it, but is she ready for this many players on the other side?
There shouldn't be a flashbang here. They should swing now. They've seen the utility. There it is. Hanka will find her. Vilga tucked in the sandbags. This needs to be cleared as well. There is a molly on LETi, but she's already scaling up towards headshot. Vilga is in the perfect position to shut down the Javelins as she's communicating it around the corner. They will clear her. A 2-player advantage now for Javelins.
That was about the worst timing possible for Vilga. Victoria tries to get cheeky around the smoke. Krasty's spam doesn't find anything. A little bit damaged tail end, but they're immediately going to have to call this one off. And Navi's slow crawl up towards A and then just the full committal works out quite well with the positions that Fearless Cheaters were playing.
It's good micro from Navi, but also when it comes to taking ramp control from Fearless Cheaters, I was going to comment on it, but then it kind of happened, which proved my point I had in my head, right? There's the fact that you're dropping that smoke that lands kind of on the girder that spreads. You highlighted it, but it was thrown way too early. And the reason why it was thrown early is because Fearless Cheaters didn't actually have any control on ramp to begin with. And that smoke is a much more defensive one that is normally thrown from that first sandbag. So it's quite predictable that you know if you're NAVI Javelins, there's going to be probably a player hanging around sandbags. You then hear someone else throw their utility. It's really easy for them just to group up and have these individual gunfights.
See Hanka getting very vocal and big smile on her face. I think that's something that Navi, an extra element for them being on bootcamp is that they're also a team that has a lot of energy when things are going well. So looking forward to seeing if we catch anything of Angelka getting fired up. They bring it all to every game. Victoria getting aggressive. Viku holding forward on the other side. Taddy is punished. This is a force buy around the saved weaponry. And unfortunately, they forced their way straight into NAVI.
Yeah, they were not ready for, again, just the amount of players over towards the A ramp. At least Crazy will hold on to the M4 at least temporarily. It feels like NAVI are definitely going to hunt her, and they should. Look at Hanka, already scaling towards mid. Players have pushed through elevator. This is a very tough save, and one in which it would be more impressive if she gets out alive. But I really just cannot see it happening.
One, no. Hanka, a little bit too tricky to hit as she extends around the corner. So NAVI, with those 2 rounds off the opener, are now going to put Fearless Cheetahs onto the back foot. So a perfect start, really, for your T side. It's already going to get the Cheetahs to call their first tack timeout. I wonder why they're called Cheetahs.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel great calling them Cheetahs, you know? Like, it just feels like
very CS2, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's on brand for CS2, I suppose. But I don't know. I feel like obviously you had to kind of deviate away from 9 Pandas. So you went down the animal theme.
Cheetahs go fast.
And cheetahs are like a scary animal that can be like feared. Like if they were called like fearless hedgehogs, it'd be a bit like, okay, well, I get the sentiment, but it's not quite as scary. Yeah.
That's a good team name. If I ever play a Cash Cuff, I'm gonna call them that. Fearless hedgehogs.
This is probably also the worst scenario to be in terms of you win the pistol, then you lose the force, you've lost the follow-up, and now you're on an eco. Suddenly you've given all the momentum away to the Javelins, and also the fact that the pistol could have been stolen away by Lena if she wasn't kind of lost in the source with the smokes. It's been very one-way traffic for this T side. Cool stack. Victoria has given us a nice little cinematic view of what it looks like on the setup. However, as soon as VQ peaks, even alongside the flash, NAVI can just completely extend and escape out of the ramp. They can reset, and VQ's more than happy just to kind of take all the kills. Is it an ace? Not quite, but a 4-piece will do just nice.
Yeah, should be happy to get all the kills there. Yeah. Spots them, gets back, finds them all. It was a cool idea with the stack, but the flashbang that set up VQ's swing, just the way they approached ramp kind of negated it. If you just went up the ramp side and were like looking for the swing onto headshot, then it would have been very strong. But jumping up onto the sandbags at the back of a flash kind of undid the whole thing. Victoria gets the AWP out early. So you're not going to see that on VQ just yet. She's just holding over towards sandbags, it would seem.
It's a good angle, but it's one of those in which you feel like the AWP would need to get a little bit more dynamic. But this is nice as well from the CT side. Shu's taking good space under B. Krasy wants to be the first point of contact. Instead, it is Shu. Lena spots her out. Drops the nade as well, locking her into that fight. Flashbang is perfect. Good support. Control still remains at B for Fearless Cheetahs, and it just means that NAVI now have to force and accelerate the play up A.
I was really trying to work out why Shu started shooting, but it was a bait for that flashbang. Very cool. NAVI are going to now take over ramp control, but Fearless Cheetahs are fully aware of this. Victoria spots one out. It is brought down a little bit low by Hanka's spray. The Cheetahs are playing very respectable. Showing a lot of respect, I should say.
They're
also respectable as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, for things are true. They have to fight forward. They've got no utility if it comes to a retake. They'd love to get a kill, but VQ getting one has made it harder. Victoria finds one through the smoke. That T-smoke is a little deep. It's going to fade. LETi just trying to get the bomb down, and she will achieve that objective, but only for a moment. Blown out of the server, and despite the low HP, Fearless Cheetahs have all the advantage.
And here's the util conversation, right? VQ has to fight forward around the smoke. I like this spam, though. Hanker's laying it down to allow Viku to try and work and be a nuisance, just creep through. Hanker's trying to take this contact, will find the first and the second. Hanker's doing everything. That completely denies the bomb defuse, and here's Viku, the extra element, lying in wait, and now shrouds herself back in the shadows. Victoria has got no idea what's happening. No kit, no time. NAVI just about hold on.
And no scope for Victoria for the last kill. And she gets the lives. That's something. We're to see a trademark no scope out from her, but that was beautifully played by Viku and Hanker right in the end there. Just the way that they set each other up. Hanker providing all the distraction, and low HP made the kills so much more simple. That one's kind of rough if you're fearless Cheetahs. You're up in a 4-on-2. They also had the lack of utility, so they just had to fight forward and swing onto ramp. They couldn't really like throw a Molotov forward or a HG on the smoke or anything like that.
They had a flash, and I feel like when you're in that advantage, you're in a 4-on-2, you can hold the flash until you actually get confirmed contact on one of the players, and then you could throw it. And it's the thing is, this is what you're going to see: little teething issues from fearless Cheetahs. The micro's not going to be as on point as you'd hope, and as another consequence, it just means that players like Victoria, when they're in positions where they're the only one with an MVP weapon, such as an AWP, they will go for swings and potentially overextend. And NAVI Javelins are a team that are going to punish that.
That AWP is not going to be retrievable. Oh, Vilga is actually able to get the kill. The flashbang helps her out. Even if it does blind her as well. And they have armor, so picking up the AK, they can get the AWP. Things get very interesting. Viku is definitely going to make that more difficult. And Joker's hearing everything about this rotate.
You can just go A now. You've heard at least 2 sets of footsteps that have relocated towards middle, and you imagine there will still be a B player. So for NAVI, obviously you're going to check every single corner. That's what they do. They're very disciplined, but they can just extend, and it's free. You drop the smokes. You can go for the bomb plant. You can also get Viku posted in a position where she can deny the potential of fearless Cheetahs, giving it a look in. Boost up. Knocked down. Okay.
Oh, Viku, what? That's unreasonable.
That's not fair. That's literally, you're kicking them while they're down, Viku.
Oh,
that would be a sick ace if she gets it, but she was going to run away and try and deny it.
Another quad kill. The flick onto the boosting player, and then just a shot in the smoke, and it's straight through the heart. Got that boot camp buff.
Let's be honest, though, it's just Viku things. Like that round is so Viku. Like the fact that she gets the opener, she then denies the fact that you can't pick up the AWP, and then hits just some sick shots to close the round.
Yeah, it's never like a crazy flick or anything for Viku. Like, normally it's just like, she's just hitting every shot, and she knows exactly where you're going to peek from.
It's like you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And Viku, it doesn't matter how many she takes. It feels like she still hits 100% of them, which is a scary prospect to face. And she's definitely one of the most consistent players we've got in the season. At least the guns are here, and she was able to hold on to that AK, but look at the variation. Mid has not been pressured in any one of these rounds by the CT side, and Angelka's called that, and LETi is just going to walk through elevator. There's no way they're going to be ready for this. There's no chance.
It's minute 30 in, and she's behind them. Oh, Teddy's going to get the kill.
You still go V here, though, I think.
Yeah, realizing what LETi can achieve. First kill is hers. How many more can she get? Her presence here alone should be threatening enough.
Yeah, you're waiting for the lurk here. Look at Krezi. She's about to walk and try and rotate, and Joker's going to kill her, and then NAVI going to go B.
Yeah, but Shu is actually getting work done. So it's into a 2-on-2. LETi finds both her kills, and Joker actually finds Shu as well, so it matters not. The separation. They still find the round. That was a bit of a weird one. I like that we just got to watch LETi's POV throughout and the way that she approached it, but there was like 4 different fights going on at the same time all across the map.
Yeah, that is chaos kind of being in shoot. Here's the replay of Viku just hitting everything in the round before, or just denying the AWP as well. Another pause. Second one immediately coming out for Fearless Cheetahs, and it makes a lot of sense. You're not going to invest into this round, but 30 seconds, this one is just more acting as kind of a mental reset. Take 30 seconds, breathe, relax. You still need to try and put some rounds on the CT side, because currently NAVI Javelins are running away with it. It's now 6 rounds in a row that they've won, and every single one of them, it's felt like they've been in control. They're dictating a lot of the tempo and where the fights are taking place. It's up to Fearless Cheetahs to try and disrupt the default.
I imagine this won't be the round that we see it in.
No. But this could be a cool angle to try and put pressure on one area of the map, so you kind of get a sense of how NAVI Javelins are playing it, and then when you've got the guns out in play, you just do it again with obviously more utility and more weaponry.
Shu's rifle is going to layer up in towards mid with Krasi, so this is a decent setup. If anyone comes around the corner, Krasi can pick up the rifle of anyone they find, but NAVI went their last round. They're not interested this time. Playing very passive until they start to crawl towards A, which seems to be the focal point.
They're just playing off VQ. They are blowing open the smokes. They're holding the utility. They are just waiting for another player to make a mistake that gets punished by the sniper. It's very disciplined out of NAVI. Hanka now just creeps into a corner that she can hold for a boost, or also hold for a push. VQ's thinking about it as well. There will be a boost being assembled, and it comes in at a really nice time. Tati is currently not being held by any of these players, but can't find Hanka.
Shu's found her mark, and it's messy. Hanka can't find the kill. Vicky's just walking forward first, but Krasi's found one as well. Hanka does eventually get her kill, and this is really weird. Victoria actually deals with Angelica, and it's VQ with this AWP that's in the back lines, Glock in hand. Actually swap into the AK, gonna swing and try and find some kills, but time is running out, and Hanka is the only player remaining. She has to go towards A, she has to be loud about it. In the chaos, it looks like Fearless Cheetahs have maybe found their success in towards short. There's no time, there's no chance, and there is no life left for Hanka.
Just trying to make a sense of that round, because it felt like NAVI, yeah, call that pause. Because you've taken space, you got the opening kill towards A ramp, you then fan your players out to the point where they're holding and waiting for contact. As soon as the boost was assembled, that's where Hanka was really sucked into short. And it feels like that's where the communication breaks down for NAVI Javelins, because she takes some grazing bullets from the Deagle. She then retreats. You see it on the minimap all the way back down to the bottom, but that hasn't been communicated because VQ is still scaling up towards the site, trying to kind of cut these players off at gap. But there isn't any support of the rifles in the meantime. And they're being picked apart by Shu, who was flanked. So I feel like there's been a slight communication mishap there, which is why we're seeing a pause there, and why we're seeing Fearless Cheetahs get back on the board. A round they didn't expect to do it in, a round they have done it in, and now a round from that needs to breed consistency.
Again, Victoria's going to be starting with the AWP over towards sandbags. Holding for Hanka's lurk, it looks like, if she decides to swing out the corner. She's walking straight in towards gap. Now Victoria's repositioned here, ready to fight her, and she finds her mark. Hanka tried to jiggle it, but not ready for Victoria to be out on the corner.
It's much better. Much better from Fearless Cheetahs. They're playing a much more regimented default. They're not overextending into angles in which were being punished originally by NAVI Javelins. And now they're forcing them to go up towards B, and they've rotated an extra player. Out quad, Shu swings, and now Krezi can take contact. It's nicely handled by Fearless Cheetahs. It's an extremely clean round from them. It needs to just remain clean. VQ still on the server, swinging with her AWP and finding kills. Angelica follows up with a nade. It's still a winnable scenario for the Javelins. Bomb picked up, and now they can escape.
VQ looks like she still wants to continue fighting forward, but there are 3 players if she peeks through. Oh, the flashbang though from Angelica is perfect. Attack comes on through, and Taddy uses a moment to sneak through the left-hand side. Angelica, who has not really been needed in a lot of these rounds so far, has to step up in this clutch. And the bomb is out of her hands. The swing is perfect, but she can't transfer onto the second.
That's expensive, though. That is really expensive. That was a 5-on-2, and it gets undone by really well-worked positionings from Viku, and then the support network of Angelica. A flash over the top. Viku's able just to pick her poison of which side of the generator she wants to swing and dismantle that defense. 4 kills. Fortunately enough for Fearless Cheetahs, there are signs of life. And NAVI want to reset up B. They realize how easy it was to kind of breach that with not as many players as before. Fantastic utility this time around. They get hindered by it. Javelins have got to take a breather.
And a boost up, perhaps. Fearless Cheetahs finally settling into the CT side. Managing to keep NAVI at bay, when NAVI were just taking liberties across the map. And they're fighting forward over on towards B, but Angelica, sitting behind the smoke, gets the first kill. Trade is immediate. I don't know if they know that Lena is here, though. She was never spotted, I don't think, as part of this attack.
Look at Vilga. Off the back of seeing the Angelica in the kill feed, she's the mid player. So Angelica is not there, which means that Vilga's just pushed mid. She's down ladder. She's in the back lines behind NAVI.
She's about to drop the down. Oh, yeah. This is classic Vilga in the back lines. Everyone's back turn. They have no idea. She finds both of them. Hanka now has to respond, but the bomb is out of their grasp. She gets burnt down low as well. Perfect Molotov. Now the rest of the CTs can come through, and they know exactly where Hanka has gotten to. 4 CTs converge on this position. She's being held for. Nice little peek up from Victoria. And Lena might be in their backlines, but they're fully aware of this possibility. And Victoria finds the final shot to get it done.
Really good from Vilga. Immediately notices it as well. Angelica has always been in middle the entire half. And as soon as her name lights up at the bottom of B, she just takes the space. Very dynamic. Wins the entire round, leading by example and showing off her experience within ESL Impact. Look at this scenario as well, by the way. Off the back of winning a pistol round that got really confusing and disorientating for NAVI Javelins, Fearless Cheetahs have now won 2 more in a row. They're up to 6-4. They're giving themselves something to work with. They can even end the half even still.
That'd be quite the recovery. I mean, NAVI got 6 in a row, right? So, beautiful stuff coming through. It's so classic of Vilga to somehow end up in the back lines. Finding that gap, as you mentioned, by Angelica's lack of presence. So, gonna put the NAVI Javelins onto the NAVI Deagles. It's also a weapon, like a javelin. Can you imagine if in CS you could like buy different melee weapons?
Don't.
Actually, if you could like buy a javelin and like throw it at someone.
No, why?
Like that Call of Duty game mode where like you shoot the knife out your gun.
What? Like sticks and stones?
Yeah, you could like throw a javelin. It's like a knife, but it's at long range, instant kill. But it's delayed. Like it has to like
a tomahawk.
Yeah. But it slowly arcs through the air. Like it's not like a hit.
Oh,
scan.
Here we go.
Oh, hello. Oh, ignore me. VQ's got something to say for a moment. 2 kills. Oh, LETi's Eagle strikes as well. Not like this, Fearless Cheetahs. Everything they have done to put them in the advantage, and suddenly it starts to crumble. A couple of Deagle kills, VQ running around towards the back of Headshot. An AK recovered, there's no armor. And Shu and Krasi have everything they need for the retake: kits, smokes, molotovs. They still need to find their marks. Comes forward on towards the bomb. Lena looking for it, but LETi over the top finds the kill. And it comes down to the 1v1. Shu's sticking the smoke at the defuse, and she's almost got it, but LETi is able to find her, and NAVI win a round with just the pistols.
How are they being given that much room up A? How is VQ allowed to just walk, not run, walk the whole way. Not considered, not checked once. That's despicable. That cannot happen. After all the hard work you put in, you've been undone by simply overlooking a ramp. By not even considering that they could just walk up. Not quite a tomahawk, but it's a dagger to the heart.
That's so rough. Should have been a 6, well, potentially a 6-6 half. Now the most they can hope for is 5. It's kind of messed up their eco a little bit. Utility an issue once more. Jelka going fast up in towards mid. Boosted on up. Victoria's up though, peering over the top, is able to find VQ. That's sent Filker on a little bit of position. She's walking on through. LETi's lurk is caught, but are they ready for Angelica to be boosted up here? Not even going to factor it in and not come near her either, but maybe these mid players could be her prey. Victoria clears her. Lena walks on through and Shu seems fully aware of it. Fully aware, but a teammate goes down and Hanker is on the quick trade. But now she has to come up in the clutch. She's going to bail, fall back, feign the drop-off. That has caused some movement. It's given her the chance for the one-on-one. She's going to walk on behind through the smoke. Victoria is going to have no idea, but there's support from above. Trade. Oh, jumping. Oh, she thought she had the play, but not quite. 7-5 at the half.
And daughters, out it like a monster, killing it for honor. Not a mystery, I'm making history. I call it victory, I call it victory. No, it's never enough. I won't ever sacrifice, I ain't ever satisfied. Going up, going up, going up. Spaceship elevator, golden gladiator. It's going through my head. Nothing's gonna stop me, nothing's gonna stop me.
7-5 after it looked pretty dominant from NAVI Javelins. Fearless Cheetahs worked their way back into the game. It was an eco round that then succeeded a lot of expectations. I've been very impressed with their Vertigo, to be honest. And now it's a whole different beast on this T side. Vilga can pick and choose the amount of aggression and acceleration this T side want to bring up against the Javelins. A great start as well. Dink immediately on towards Hanker.
Continuing to press in towards middle, and Taddy has a good read on VQ's position. Doesn't hard clear. Okay, now they do. Booker gets the kill. They continue to push forward. The smoke is going to deny elevator access. There's a bit of a funky gap on the left-hand side, but Taddy's just going to walk on by it. LETi ahead, and LETi B heads too, but it's all a bit of a ruse. The real split was coming through mid.
Yeah, that's interesting. So you're trying to see how much damage you can get done towards elevator, and then you could maybe bring the bomb A. Instead, it goes back to B. Remember, Hanker's still low. That was the first engagement. She copped a bullet straight in the head, and now they need to clear. One flashbang on these players. Hanker goes first, and Hanker beheads. Now there's even more chances. Hanker's doing everything. Would need to be her in this one-on-one, and she hits the headshot. How on earth have you done that, Hanker?
That is insane from Hanker. Such a low HP, but it doesn't matter. Finds her headshot every single time. I feel like Victoria was set to win the 1v1, at least at the very end, but the fact that he even got to that position is a testament to the individual skill. That's a pop-off round from Hanker.
That's ridiculous. That is honestly just so ridiculous. I do not know how she has done that in the slightest, but the second shot looked incredibly clean. Let's take a look at this again. She's just darting back and forth immediately. It's so difficult to try and overwhelm these players. Not happening. So NAVI strike first in the second half. They get the pistol that eluded them in the first instance. Forced by for the Cheetahs, of course, came down to 1 versus 1. They're able to get... They get the bomb down? I think so.
Yeah, it was planted. So
Yeah.
Galil's Naked comes out. And maybe Fearless Cheetahs could just now beat what was done to them and have their economy completely reset. VQ. Gonna get confirmation of Vilga's position. Very passive from the Cheetahs early. Trying to maybe lull NAVI into a sense of security. Now they know rifles are at play and present at the bottom of the ramp.
That smoker's definitely gone a bit wanting out of VQ. Wanted it to land actually quite deep to kind of where Victoria is currently standing. So they didn't feel any pressure. And that's exactly what Villages were hoping for. Unfortunately, couldn't punish upon it with the kill. Might be able to punish the boost. NAVI Javelins, when they were scaling up ramp, they were very aware of this on their T side. Might be something that Villages definitely need to consider as they make their ascendancy up towards A.
I feel like it is often cleared, but sometimes good for one. Taddy, you can see, knew that was a possibility. The first kill given on over. VQ has to back off. Also support from LETi, who's almost caught out as she throws through the HE, but that's the bomb that they've spotted scaling. And VQ has a really strong position. That smoke dropped in towards short is giving her space to work with, and space that she will exploit for 2. Taddy comes back around for that trade, swinging out the smoke, but it's even now. Bomb gonna be planted on towards default. HE does a lot of damage onto Taddy, and she's stuck behind the side. They just want to fight her, take her out of the equation. Krasy at least gets one back. Brought down low in the process. There isn't a kit on either of these players. Smoke goes forward. Start to go for a bit of an adventure. Seeing if they can wrap around. Not seeing anybody down here begging for a kit. There's none in play. You can see how much Angelica's looking for one. They think there's one around, but they can't find it. And Fearless Cheetahs find them.
Yeah, there was a lot of indecision in that retake. It felt like initially they were going to hunt towards gap. They were going to take the fights out towards short, but they needed to go. You can see that one player was progressing. The other one is, as you said, looking for the kit on the floor, but you've then completely eliminated your ideals of trade space. And also similar things to NAVI Javelins creeping up as what we were commenting on for Fearless Cheetahs. A lot of utility there. They could have dropped the flashbangs over the top and everyone could have fought forwards. There was an unnecessary fight on headshot there for NAVI Javelins. They did not need to go for that kill on towards gap so quickly.
And this is how Fearless Cheetahs get back into the game. NAVI go for the force buy here, so we can see the upgraded pistols come into the mix. Armor behind them, so certainly potent. And we saw them win around with just Deagles on the T side, so something to consider. Viku's Deagle is a bit of a menace. I mean, Viku's anything is a bit of a menace, I suppose. She is on 20 kills. Molotov isn't going to touch Lena, but her backpack is spotted. Victoria is able to find her. You don't have to commit off it either.
I like this. You just taking presence towards A. You've already shown that you can throw utility over towards ramp, so you can just group and you can execute onto a bomb site together. Most important thing in rounds like this is just numbers. Making sure you're not overwhelmed by any cheeky angles Javelins want to set themselves up in. Tati gets rid of Viku. Viku really needs help. It feels like she's the only player right now, bar Hanker in that pistol, to achieve a lot of impact for NAVI Javelins. Tati going for a little bit of a cheeky angle herself. Just tucked around the corner, off the edge of the map, whilst the players on shore are going to try and just bait in. It should be a pretty easy cleanup for Fearless Cheetahs, and it will be. So they bring the round score to 7, just within 1 of NAVI Javelins. And now when the guns come out, which won't be this round, it'll be the next, you've really got to start asking some questions here if you're NAVI. Just play your default. Play rounds that you're familiar with, rounds that you're used to, because it felt like there were a number of opportunities in that first half in which if they did that, they would have been a lot better off. Instead, it actually kind of feels an element of that they're playing down to the level that Fearless Cheetahs are currently at.
Yeah, which is exactly what Fearless Cheetahs want, right? Bring it down into the muck. I mean, this round was just the kind of pistols coming into it, but yeah, this should be an evened up game, which is not really where it should have been, considering it was 6-1 at one stage. Yep. That's the sort of stuff that NAVI, as the team, we've kind of set this narrative as being the next trophy lifters. Can't be starting sloppy. All right, listen, guys. Just because you saw them do it doesn't mean you have to copy them.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Ow, that hurts if you're Angelica, and that's obviously been heard as well. It's just patient. And these are exactly the kind of rounds that Nine Pandas Fearless, their core, were known for. Just taking the sting out of the game. Waiting until the last 30 seconds. Hey, a flashbang. They're doing our stack, guys. And they're out.
Nice kills from Tati. Angelica. 1, 2. All right, that's good damage. And a rifle that can be recovered. Just like a little sadly. I don't know if there was an AK there at all. Look like Vilgo's trying to swap to one, but I think it's gotten lost. Oh no, it's an M4.
Oh, that's free. That's good. That's a fantastic weapon. And if you're Fearless Cheetahs, you don't want to hunt either. The money, you want it just to be in a good position for yourselves. If Angelica holds onto an M4, ultimately, look, that's what she was going to buy anyway. Might as well just let her keep it. Prioritize your own wealth. But 8-8 is definitely a position that they didn't expect to find themselves in coming into this. But they'll take it. And now Vilga's got the opportunity to out-cool NAVI Javelins, something that she has done a lot in her career, especially in the high-impact pressure moments.
We won't be able to get the AWP out of VQ into this round. And I really need to see Angelica step online. She mentioned it's just really been VQ that's doing all of the work right now. Outside of that one little special round that Hanker brought through. Let's see if these other riflers can start to fire off. Cheetahs are going to be prioritizing mid. All the players present there. Angelica's holding a very fine line in case it's a boost that comes through.
standard util. You get Joker off the angle. That means you can isolate these players. Vilga just getting rid of the mid elements. Now, again, you can take this attack anywhere, but with this split, it's going to be towards B, and Joker and Lena trying to hold on, but only find kills apiece. Vilga is on for the ace in this round, unless Hanka can stop her.
This is all Vilga, baby. Hanka's going to walk around the corner, not ready for Krasi, and that round was flawless. Even with the layering of the Na'Vi players on towards B, Vilga just demolishes them, and the util setup was perfect for it. Molotov isolates Angelka so she can't get involved, but then the flashbangs that came on over just sent the mid defense that came through scrambling. Vilga was so sharp on all her shots. Very explosive and very successful.
Gotta talk about the timing of when they went for that as well, because there were players in ladder for Fearless Cheetahs, and as soon as the nade gets blown open by NAVI Javelins, or the progression smoke that was originally thrown by the T side down A ramp, they just went. They knew that there were players clear in that position, which means the rotate towards middle was not going to be as strong. And as soon as you throw the incendiary over towards construction, you put Angelka off the angle, you're fighting until 1, maybe max 2. And Vilga claims both. Talks about the kills for VQ and kind of her being the only one really delivering for Na'Vi. Take a look at Fearless Cheetahs. Look at how tightly compressed it is. They are all within 1 kill of each other. It's a real team effort.
It's real Nick McGalaxy scoreline, actually. Oh, VQ. Her deagle just hits diff. I don't know, man. She just hits every shot. But it is only her, it feels. Going slow against these pistols could be deadly.
Hello.
Uh-oh. Angelka gets her kill, and she doesn't have to commit. She can stop
nice.
smoke. She can just be a pain. Actually sticks around, and
Oh, okay. That's not nice.
she was not expecting that. I love that reaction. That was really funny.
That's so dangerous just to hang around there, though, because look at Shu. She could even go over towards B and come across. Lena, although she's half HP, now is fully anchored on B, worrying about it, where instead she could have been on A. Hanka, nice shot. Would need another 15 seconds left. You've got to remember, Fearless Cheetahs, they've got to plant the bomb. VQ trying to deny it. They just about make their way through it. It all comes down to this shot, but Krasi finds both of these kills. And our leader is on a quick flank, but the bomb, it's been planted, and now this round feels incredibly more unlikely. Grab the AWP, get out of there, but that's double digits for the Cheetahs.
That's a little bit rough. At least you get the AWP, which we haven't got to see for VQ yet. But I feel like, you know, that's as great as that is. It's not VQ that's, you know, the issue right now. That's a real shame that panned out that way. I feel like Angelka could have really made a great play finding that kill and then smoking off, but really thought that she could get around the corner of it. Doesn't work out for her. And she might not even get to save this AWP. They're so close to her, and she's slowly skirting away. Getting away, and she survives.
What a game this is really shaping out to be. This is a series that can now go the full distance. Did not expect Fearless Cheetahs to look this good on Vertigo. This was the turning point in the match, though, in the round, where Angelka recommits after she drops that smoke. It is unfortunate. Whilst this game is going on, obviously, of course, we've got Bigger Keeper versus Astralis. Bigger Keeper wins map 1, 13-7. So a good showing. The first official for the Astralis squad. Shu is burning alive, needs a molly. In fact, no, she doesn't. Has found a little pocket of space.
Don't repeat that one. Oops, on the line from Victoria. And after all of the pressure they put on mid towards A, it's to B now. Lena's the one that has to step up. There is a double layering in mid that can come support her. Looks like she's going to need it. Behind double, they're putting the pressure on. They want to isolate her, find that fight, and she can't go anywhere right now, but the support comes through. Lena gets her kill. Vilga fighting on 4, but Angelka has stepped in, and VQ arrives as well. Everyone here on the B bomb sites. The bomb is down in the open. Victoria is about to swing around the corner. VQ should be ready for the fight, and she is. Leaves it to Krasi. Comes on forward. spots out the first. The spray does a lot of damage, but no kill found. And on the second time of asking, VQ gives up the kill. 1v1s can't be afforded by NAVI.
No flashbangs here.
As he takes the pause, the smoke's going to fade. LETi was isolated for a moment, but able to find the kill onto Cressy. And so NAVI finally getting something happening on this CT side.
They're making it really difficult for themselves, though. Even there, whilst Fearless Cheetahs are about to commit on towards that B bomb site, they're all shooting at LENA. She had a smoke in her pocket. She could have right-clicked it. There was a chance for her to fall back a little bit or just get ready for that flash that was inevitably coming in. Kind of as those standard protocols from NAVI Javelins. They do make it work. It is fine, but it feels hectic. It feels like that there isn't really much holding this default up. It feels like Vilga is now just poking holes and making it feel incredibly fragile for NAVI Javelins.
Fearless Cheetahs going to use their last pause as well. So they've been really prioritizing bringing those through. Knowing that NAVI are in such a tentative position. He starts mid this time. She might be having a fight. Vilga is here and has support, so two players about to be entering here. Angelica's up close too, so it's a great bait and switch setup. VQ is holding very wide on the angle, I will say. And she starts to go further forward, peeking in, almost the collateral. Traded out by the orb, but the damage done. Angelica can't find the kill. That is frustrating for her. Good damage onto two. Now Shoot starting to make moves, keep LENA occupied over here. The Cheetahs have the option of going wherever they want right now.
Oh, they're going to second guess themselves. I felt like they were going to go up A ramp. The bomb was making its way over. Tati had good space, and now she's going to start to work her way forward. So there's still a chance they can reset. But this double push is brutal from Hanker and LETi because missed timings here for Fearless Cheetahs means that NAVI could deny the bomb as it rotates back.
Oh, yeah, this is weird.
They can hit the util.
Yeah, they hit the full execute. Oh, but they're going to run straight in. LENA finds the lurk. LETi deals with Victoria. The bomb as well is brought on over. Cressy, though, steps in. Hanker gets hers back. And this timing in towards the middle, this gap that was found. It might be the gap that just lets Fearless Cheetahs out of this map, but Shoot does get the kill. And she has to run. She has to run towards A, but LENA is already full committed B, so she's not hearing any of this. It'll have to be the retake. She's going to arrive too late. Shu will get the bomb down.
It's literally just a couple of bullets that will separate the victor of this round as well. Shu needs to play patient, but she also needs to worry about the fact that there could be a flank. LENA's taking her time. She's got a smoke. She's got a kit, but with this low HP, she won't be sticking it. She's going to try and look for this fight. Shu's so committed in on this angle. LENA taps the bomb, fakes it out, but is not looking the right way. Now has a look. That's the barrel spotted from Shu, and she just runs away. She understands the time implications. And this means that LENA has to commit, and it means that she'll just be on one position. Shu shooting, and finally, one of the bullets will connect. Shu clutches up a 1v2, and Fearless Cheetahs just about survive.
Perfectly played by Shu. But that got way out of hand. Fearless Cheetahs doubting themselves, second guessing. They get that control in towards A, and they think, okay, now back we go. Remember, this started with this beautiful, almost double kill. Angelica really feeling a bit unfortunate that she couldn't find something there. Some crazy rounds that have come through in this map. NAVI used their last time out as well. So no one getting on the mic for these squads going forward. NAVI, this is essentially their last full buy.
Do or die. This really is breaking point. Sure, you've got all your loss bonus. There'll be rifles brought forward into the next, but this doesn't feel comfy at all. Fearless Cheetahs, they're in the best possible position to make NAVI Javelins bend the knee immediately on their map pick. Hanker pushing the smoke, trying to get active. Instead, it's Victoria holding the line. We know how thorough Fearless Cheetahs can be with these clears. Shot rings out, or maybe not. Just holding, waiting with bated breath, hoping that Na'Vi give a fight. And she's going to find one in a sec. Viku post on the line. When does she go round this corner? If she goes round this corner, she won't. She's tucked in just behind the fencing. Almost put in as a preventative measure to herself so she can't actually peek.
Yeah, that's true, actually. It's a pretty dicey angle. Like, it's obviously going to be very strong for one kill, but she has nowhere she can go. That's the scary part. But I guess with the support of Hanka being present in that angle, it's all okay unless they're explosive up ramp, which they might just pop onto her. First kill should be all but guaranteed. Oh my god, Viku! I thought she'd take a second to line it up, but she just hits the flick straight to the dome. Krasi is going to get 2 kills back and start to back off. Bomb spotted. But the advantage is towards Na'Vi. Lena is about to take the key fight onto Shu. Shu walks around the corner and Lena is not expecting that presence at White Box. And opening in towards B. Angelka running forward through the flames, but Shu is in the perfect angle. And despite a decent hold at A, it's all starting to crumble for Na'Vi. It's got to be LETi. She's been loud on the approach, gets that first kill, looking for the second. Krasi, she's committing to the plant, and she is put down.
How does that happen? How is LETi allowed to win that clutch? All of Shu's hard work in finding not only the first kill, but then relocating, making it so difficult. Angelka commits herself through an incendiary. That gets heard by Shu, and she's able just to hit the headshot immediately. But take nothing away from Lena and LETi. LETi finding those 2 kills. Keeping NAVI Javelins a conversation piece on Vertigo. And look at the money as well. This should be an equalization. This should be 11-11.
It's very fast up through gap. They realize there is an entire team there.
Oh, no way.
Oh, no, the PT50. Running back. Viku is in a position they don't know. They don't know Viku's here. She is completely an unknown. Is she unknown element? No, she's known. She's found. It was just pistols. It comes down to an advantage now for the Cheetahs. They've recovered some weapons. And they can back off. There's time to work with. This round is something else. Maybe Angelka. Oh no, she's going to be loud. It's going to be heard. Angelka is done for. No way. No way Angelka wins that. But the bomb site's still compromised over towards B. Lena's arrived.
It's still just pistols, Lucy. Like, this is still winnable. They have to swing together. No way. Victoria finds the kill. And Angelka's got no HP.
Saving. Pistols. Just pistols and pace.
I don't think they were ready. I do not think they were ready for pistols. I thought, if you're Na'Vi, you look at this round, Fearless Cheetahs haven't been knocked down in a couple. So you assume that they might invest into this. It won't be the best, but they could invest. And they're just not ready for the amount of pace that gets applied. Viku's known because as she runs through ramp, she then steps on the metal at gap. And even though she's been incredibly silent, ultimately, she's then heard. Good utility as well. Vilga knows that they need to clear short regardless of any sort of disruption made. It really feels like Na'Vi have been undone by the complicated nature of some of these rounds that Fearless Cheetahs are throwing in front of them. NAVI Javelins feel like they are always second guessing and they are always second best.
That's just devastating for Na'Vi. Viku's doing her darndest out here. Good HE. Hanka can swing if needed, and she's going to come around. Brilliantly timed, gets her kill, and gets out.
Much better. And now you have got the support network of NAVI Javelins. They can actually just play the default a lot more normally. There's a lot less chaos going on. It all hinges on Lena surviving at B. Because look, Fearless Cheetahs, they apply pressure A. They didn't really find anything. And now they want to scale. Lena spots it, drops the smoke. and actually plays close to it. I really like this, especially with the MP9, as she can get all the info. Even though they're committing with utility, there's no presence over Vilga's remaining gap the entire time. And by Lena pushing, it means that Hanka doesn't.
Yeah, I think Vilga was trying to catch someone on the flank from A, but no one from Navi starts to poke out or do that information gathering, as you mentioned, Hanka not needing to do that. So Fearless Cheetahs will regroup towards A. Navi just has 2 players here that have MP9s though. I mean, in fact, across the board, there's no util. They just have to fight with the weapons they have, and LETi knows this, gets on board, trying to get ahead of it, and she's done well. A kill is hers. Hanka tried to swing to trade, but couldn't find anything. So it's VQ, again, needing to step up, but she can't find the kill. Neither can Angelica. And this might be it. Lena needs to clutch up. 3 kills required. Somehow, Fearless Cheetahs have come through with a victory on the opening map versus Navi.
Honestly, really well deserved. It was very impressive from them. I cannot believe it. It just kind of really amounts to that, Lucy. Because look, the way that Fearless Cheetahs were playing, it always felt like they were in control. NAVI Javelins were just